You're grabbing the whole grain bread over the white, the plant-based burger instead of red meat, thinking you're acing this whole healthy eating thing. But what if those smart choices are actually fast-tracking wrinkles, dullness, and sagging skin without you even knowing? Today, we're pulling back the curtain on 5 surprising foods that could be making you look older, and revealing the simple swaps you can make to get your glow back, starting now. What if I told you that some of the healthy foods you choose every single day are secretly adding years to your face? Hi everyone, and welcome. I'm a nutritionist, and for over a decade I've helped people use food to optimize their health from the inside out. I've seen firsthand that food can be your most powerful medicine, or a very slow poison. The most confusing foods are often the ones hiding in plain sight, wearing what I call a health halo. They're marketed as being so good for you, but in reality, they can sabotage your efforts to look and feel your best. In this video, we're going to expose 5 of these culprits. We'll break down the science, no jargon allowed, and most importantly, I'll give you simple, delicious solutions. This isn't about restriction, it's about smart substitution. So, if you're ready to get that glow back and feel way more confident in your food choices, you're in the right place. And if you're into this kind of no-nonsense, evidence-based advice, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button right now. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Let's get into it. First up on our hit list is a breakfast staple for millions: flavored yogurt and store-bought granola. You wake up, you're in a rush, you grab that easy little cup of fruit-on-the-bottom yogurt, toss some granola on top, and feel pretty proud of your choice. I mean, it says it has protein and probiotics. What could possibly be wrong with that? The problem is sugar. A shocking amount of it. Most commercial flavored yogurts are so loaded with added sugar, they might as well be in the dessert aisle. A single 6-ounce container can easily pack 20 to 30 grams of sugar. That's often the entire recommended daily limit for an adult woman. And granola is just as guilty. It looks all wholesome with its oats and nuts, but most brands are basically glued together with syrups and sugars, turning your healthy breakfast into a sugar bomb. So, why does this make you look older? It all comes down to a process called glycation. Think of it this way. When you have extra sugar floating around in your blood, it gets bored and starts looking for trouble. It bumps into proteins and fats, kind of like a little bully. 2 of its favorite targets? Collagen and elastin, the very things that keep your skin firm and bouncy. When sugar attaches to these proteins, it creates nasty little molecules called advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. These AGEs turn your flexible, youthful collagen fibers stiff and brittle. Imagine a fresh, soft piece of bread turning into a hard, crusty, stale piece of toast. That's what glycation is doing to your skin's support structure from the inside. It leads directly to wrinkles, sagging, and a loss of that youthful radiance. The solution is refreshingly simple. Ditch the flavored stuff and choose plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt. It's packed with protein, without the sugar. Then, for flavor and a major anti-aging boost, add your own toppings. A handful of fresh berries is a fantastic choice. They're loaded with antioxidants called anthocyanins that fight the damage that accelerates aging. Instead of sugary granola, sprinkle on some walnuts and flax seeds. They're rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which are amazing for skin health, and they'll actually keep you full. Next up is a food that has absolutely exploded in popularity, and for good reason: processed plant-based meats. A lot of people are choosing these to cut down on meat for ethical or environmental reasons, which is awesome. And research does suggest that in some cases they can be a better choice for your heart than processed animal meats. But here's the betrayal when it comes to your skin. Many of these products are ultra-processed. To get that meaty taste and texture, they are often pumped full of sodium and made with refined inflammatory oils. A high-sodium diet can cause water retention, leaving you looking puffy and tired. Over time, it can also dehydrate you, and dehydrated skin makes fine lines and wrinkles look way more obvious. The bigger issue for aging, though, is the type of fat being used. Many of these products use oils high in omega-6 fatty acids, like sunflower or soybean oil. Now, we need some omega-6s, but our modern diets are totally overloaded with them compared to anti-inflammatory omega-3s. This imbalance can create a state of chronic, low-grade inflammation throughout your body. Think of this inflammation as a constant, smoldering fire inside you. That internal fire can show up on your skin as redness, irritation, and a breakdown of collagen, speeding up the aging process. The solution is to focus on whole food protein sources. If you're plant-based, that means things like lentils, chickpeas, black beans, and quinoa. They're packed with protein and fiber, minus the crazy high sodium and inflammatory oils. You can make an incredible burger out of black beans and mushrooms. If you do eat animal products, a fantastic swap is fatty fish like salmon or sardines. Salmon is loaded with omega-3s. They're the firefighters that put out that inflammatory fire. Omega-3s help protect your skin and keep it looking healthy and strong. This next one might be a shocker. It's the food that has become the poster child for a healthy swap: whole grain bread. You've been told for decades to pick whole wheat over white, and that's not bad advice. It has more fiber and nutrients. The catch is that not all whole grain breads are created equal, and many can still contribute to making you look older. The issue is twofold: a high glycemic index and sneaky additives. Even 100% whole wheat bread can spike your blood sugar almost as fast as white bread, especially if it's made from finely pulverized flour. This measure of how quickly a food raises your blood sugar is called the glycemic index, or GI. High GI foods cause a blood sugar roller coaster, which is a major driver of that glycation process we talked about, the one that hardens your collagen. On top of that, many commercial healthy breads have a long list of dough conditioners and added sugars to improve their shelf life, all of which can add to your body's inflammatory load. The solution means you need to become a bit of a food detective at the grocery store. Look for breads made from sprouted grains or 100% stone-ground whole kernels. These are less processed, so your body breaks them down more slowly, preventing that sugar spike. Real sourdough is another great choice because the fermentation process actually lowers its glycemic impact. But an even better move is to be smart about what you put on your bread. Adding healthy fats and protein can stop a blood sugar spike in its tracks. A perfect example? Swap that jam on toast for avocado toast. Avocados are an anti-aging powerhouse. They're packed with healthy fats that keep your skin supple and antioxidants that help your body build collagen. Our fourth food is the classic diet snack, the rice cake. It's light, crunchy, low-calorie. It feels like you're eating nothing. And that's exactly the problem. Rice cakes are basically just crunchy air. They are the definition of an empty-calorie food. The problem is that rice cakes are just puffed-up refined carbs with an incredibly high glycemic index, sometimes hitting over 90, which is nearly the same as pure glucose. When you eat a plain rice cake, it hits your bloodstream almost instantly and sends your blood sugar soaring. Your body then releases a flood of insulin to handle it, which often leads to a crash that leaves you tired, foggy, and craving more carbs. This vicious cycle doesn't just contribute to glycation and skin aging, it also messes with your hormones, which can lead to a dull complexion. So while you think you're being good with your low-calorie snack, you're actually putting your body and your skin on a stressful metabolic roller coaster. The solution is to swap this crunchy air for a snack that gives you real, sustained energy. A fantastic alternative is a small handful of raw nuts and seeds. Walnuts and flax seeds are great choices because they are high in a type of plant-based omega-3 fatty acid that's wonderful for your skin. This combo of protein, healthy fats, and fiber slows down digestion, prevents blood sugar spikes, and keeps you full for hours. That metabolic stability is key to preventing the inflammation and glycation that age your skin. And if you absolutely need that crunch, at least pair your rice cake with a healthy fat like avocado or nut butter to help slow the sugar rush. Alright, our final food is a sweetener that has worn a health halo for years: agave nectar. It's marketed as a natural, low-glycemic alternative to sugar, which makes it seem diabetic-friendly. And it's true, agave won't spike your blood sugar like regular sugar. But this is a perfect example of why looking at just one number can be so misleading. The trouble with agave is its ridiculously high concentration of fructose. Table sugar is about 50% fructose, and high fructose corn syrup is around 55%, but agave nectar can be up to 90% fructose. Unlike glucose, which your body's cells can use for energy, fructose is almost entirely processed by your liver. When you consume that much fructose at once, you totally overload your liver. Your liver's response is to turn the excess into fat. For your skin, this is a disaster. An overworked liver leads to inflammation. And what's worse, fructose is actually more reactive than glucose in forming those damaging, skin-aging AGEs. So while agave isn't spiking your blood sugar, it's taking a devastating backroad route to aging your skin. The solution is to treat agave exactly like any other added sugar. Use it rarely, if at all. For a little sweetness, a small amount of raw honey or pure maple syrup is a better choice, as they have a more balanced fructose to glucose ratio and contain some minerals and antioxidants. Even better, learn to sweeten things with whole foods, like blending a banana into a smoothie. If you're looking for a zero-calorie option, pure stevia or monk fruit are great. And when you're craving a sweet treat, a square or two of dark chocolate that's at least 70% cocoa is a brilliant choice. It's low in sugar and packed with antioxidants that can actually improve skin elasticity. So there you have it, 5 healthy foods that might be secretly making you look older. We talked about sugary yogurts, processed plant-based meats, certain whole grain breads, rice cakes, and agave nectar. The goal here isn't to make you afraid of your pantry, it's to make you the boss of it. Understanding what's really in your food is empowering. The path to radiant, youthful skin isn't about deprivation, it's about making smart, simple swaps. By choosing whole, nutrient-dense foods like plain yogurt with berries, proteins like salmon, healthy fats like avocado, and snacks like nuts and seeds, you are actively fighting the aging process from the inside out. You're giving your body the real tools it needs to build strong collagen, fight inflammation, and maintain that healthy glow. Now, I'm dying to know, did any of these foods surprise you? Are there any so-called healthy foods that you're suspicious of? Let me know in the comments below. I love reading what you're all thinking. And finally, if you learned something new today and found this video valuable, please give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend who might need to see it, and be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next video. Thank you so much for watching, and here's to looking and feeling your absolute best.